This is EA Sports coverage of the PGA Tour. It's opening round coverage of the Alberta Classic. And now we go down to the first hole. Frank, you've been there so many times. Really nothing like the first tee of a brand new championship.
The thought of the unknown. The beauty of sport, you and the golf course. Doesn't get any better, Rich.
Right where they were aiming, in the fairway. Good lie in the fairway. A good chance to make something happen here. Well, this is the kind of wind that separates the great players from the average players. You really have to be strong to handle these kinds of winds. And setting up here in the rough. Frank, it's not about getting the ball close to the hole. From that spot,
Well, he had no chance to get it close. I thought he had very, very, very little chance of getting it on the green. So given that, that was a very good shot.
that's not how you picture it, Frank, when you step on that first tee.
No, you'd like to go back to that first tee right now and start again.
And getting ready for the putt. So that's a bogey, and now to 1 over par for the tournament. Already teed up here at the second.
Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like. Hoping to get this up and down here, Frank, at the par 3 after missing the green.
Yeah, it's not all bad.
Well, that's what separates the good players from the great players. The ability to get it that close from that kind of lie. Oh, man.
I just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts. Shouldn't be a problem here. So, 2 over par for the round. Well, Frank, as we get to the third hole here at par 5, it feels to me like you need to be at a minimum 1 under through the first 3 holes or you're losing ground to the field.
You're exactly right. Chance here for birdie or eagle, too. This is one of those holes you can just wind it up and let it fly. And you'll certainly get a good reward with a big tee shot. Oh, I like that. Second shot.
Wow, way to the right here.
And there's rough over there.
Getting set for this next shot from the rough, what does the player need to be careful of here, Frank?
Well, this is where we're going to see exactly how good they are because, you know, that's not exactly the best lie, but it's sort of doable if you know what you're doing.
That will be a great look at birdie. Sitting right now at 2 over par for the round. Wow, that was so close, Frank.
Just time to forget that one. I mean, he couldn't hit that much better.
Frank, that's a par, and onward we go. And now back over to the fourth. Frank, you know this. You can't win a tournament in the first round, but you can lose it. As we catch up with our featured golfer, They need to turn this around just to make the cut.
And turn it around now.
Frank made this hole just a little bit harder hitting it into the rough.
I would say a lot harder.
Second shot from the rough. It's on the way. Solid play, heart of the green. Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. How does that not go in?
Amazing. Stroke looked good. Line looked good. Just did not take that final break.
Not his best effort right there. That's a bogey, and now 3 over. Frank, what's the key here at the 5th hole? It's par 4, 424 yards.
The first real stringent tee shot of the day. 3 bunkers. First one not really in play. That third one in the distance, unless you're someone like a Bubba Watson, you should be able to aim at that and not reach it.
Nothing to argue about there, right in the fairway. Frank, what are you thinking about on this approach here at the 5th?
Once again, with a good drive, you're left with a scoring club. By that I mean a short iron. Gives you a lot more options and a lot more flags you can go at. Even with a flag in the back left, with a scoring club in hand, you can virtually just go straight at that. The ball will not kick too much once it hits the green.
You can't hide the flagstick from that man.
He is just unbelievable. That never deviated offline. Can't birdie them all, Rich.
Three over for the day. Frank, as we arrive here at the par 4 6th hole, reasonably short at 373 yards. A lot of golfers arrive at a hole like this and they'll think, well, I'm just going to blast it away because it's such a short 4. You think these kinds of holes require a little more thinking?
They certainly do, Rich. If you can't drive it to the front edge of the green, there's no point really trying to hit it through that narrow neck. You can just sort of knock a 3-wood down there, or something that's going to give you a decent yardage where you can at least spin that second shot. If you can guarantee that ball's going to stop when it lands, it's going to be much easier than trying to fashion some sort of pitch and run.
Frank, not overly long, but still a pretty good spot and in the fairway.
Yeah, that's in that 280 mark. Should be safely on deck.
That's good stuff right there. Wonderful approach, and now a really good look at birdie. These putts keep the round together. It happens sometimes, Frank. They don't all drop.
No, but you try telling him right now.
Putt for par. Needs one. Has his par. Well, Frank, how about this hole? 602 yards, a par 5. Although I guess I shouldn't be that surprised. 602 yards these days for a long hitter.
What do you say? It's a drive and a 7-iron?
That's a mid-range par 5.
Well, yeah, 2 woods. The longer hitters will definitely get at home there, especially in good conditions. But bunker down the left, avoid that, carry that, and then we can think about the second shot. This is not heading in the right direction.
No, it looks like it's going to be in the rough. That one ends up in the rough.
That went sideways.
That's a bit offline in the rough.
Rich, after you've already made one mistake in the rough, there's a chance he's going to make another.
Just trying to get it back out into the fairway and not make a big number. Pretty good shot right there. You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. Well, you could see he thought he had that.
It looked in the whole way until the end.
Very well done. Almost made it.
Yeah, there'll be no stress for the next one.
Always love to hear the sound at the bottom of the cup. Frank, you like this kind of design feature where you go from the longest hole in the course immediately to the shortest hole?
Certainly, golf giveth and golf taketh away. This is just minimally uphill, just a couple of feet, but you can see from the overview the design of the green. When that flag's on the right, it's a little bit of a longer carry, so just be a little cognizant of that. You don't have to hit it directly at the flag.
On the green in regulation. Birdie chance here. Very long putt, though.
Got to be a little careful if it gets away on him.
Missed on that one, Frank.
Yeah, not a problem.
Been a rocky road to this point. 4 over par on the round. So we'll round out the front side here at Banff Springs with a par 5 and reasonably short at only 501 yards.
So very reachable because of that yardage that you just referenced. Hole bends a little bit to the right. You can favor the left side with a tee shot. It's just going to make that angle on the second a little bit easier.
Second shot coming out of the rough here. Wait for it. Yes, 105 yards away. It is a windy day out here, Frank. My hat just blew off. This is going to affect the players' shots, that's for sure. Well, Frank, you hate to miss the green on a par 5 with your third shot.
Well, they say par 5s are the easiest holes to birdie, but the hardest holes to make 4. Making a 6, though, that certainly sets yourself backwards. So tough up and down.
Try to scramble here. He's given himself a chance for par. Not a gimme, but well within his range. Wow, that hurt.
It did. Shot gone forever.
So a tester from 4 feet. Yeah, that really hurts, Frank. Missing the bogey putt.
Yeah, now time to get the handkerchief. Double bogey coming up.
Going to have to regroup now after that double bogey. Frank, the nice thing about golf is we have that little break in between nines. And if it's not going well, and that's the case right here, player has a chance to turn it around.
Yeah, this is where you have to dig into your memory bank. Obviously, what you've done wasn't working, so you know what not to do.
This has not been a great round as we head toward the finishing stretch here. You can tell the winds have really affected the shots out on the course. Let's see if they can muster something coming to the finish line. Appears to be what they call a commercial play. Very solid. On the green and looking at a birdie opportunity. Long putt here. This will require a good touch. That is an excellent lag putt right there. Had the speed perfectly. Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. 6 over for the day. So off the long par 3 10th, we are at the 11th hole, 417-yard par 4, Frank.
It looks like a straightaway par 4, Rich, but if anything, the hole actually bends to the left, and you really want to follow that natural contour of that. Just sort of draw it off those bunkers on the right, or just simply carry it over the ones on the left. But ideally down the left side, it avoids that pine tree that's further down.
Just a good solid tee shot right there, about 280 yards. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special. Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like. Playing this par 4, still not on the green after that second shot.
But still not done. A good third shot, maybe get away here with par. I mean, this skill and that was sublime.
Just good hands, coming out of the rough, able to manage the distance, and now in great position. Shouldn't be a problem here. Well, Frank, I thought that was in. That's costly right there.
Painful.
So not his best work. He'll walk away with a bogey. Here at the 12th, par 4, 442 yards. Frank, what's ahead?
This one's called Big Boat. Hole's certainly a lot longer than the 10th hole, which is Little Boat. Dog legs to the player's right. A couple of bunkers down the left side. That first bunker on the left shouldn't be too much of a problem to carry. But once again, even though the hole bends to the right, you'd like to be down the opposite side of the fairway, which is the left.
All right, Frank, another chance to make something happen here at the 12th.
You could come in here a little low, try and skip it back towards the flag as it starts to narrow up to the back of the green. But you know, anything a little underneath the flag, maybe slightly to the right of it, is going to be a better place to putt from.
It is always so disappointing from that kind of a spot when you come up short.
Yeah, you're licking your chops over that one. A shot you think you could hit directly at the flag. Now, test for the short game.
Okay, good shot on the dance floor. So early on the backside here at the 12th hole, missed opportunity. Been a rocky round. Well, Frank, here's another pretty long par 3, the 13th here at Banff Springs, 225 yards. What's the right play?
Well, unless they have that flag all the way in the back, that first 2/3 of the green is just like a nice big circle. You hit it anywhere on that, you can have a putt of some 20-25 feet maximum for birdie.
Well, he's on the green, but still plenty of work left. About a 25-footer coming up. Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. That was a good run right there. Almost went in.
At least he's seen the line as it went past the hole. So just replicate that on the way back.
Well, he knew it right from the start. Just a poor putt. Nine over for the day. Frank, this par 4 14th hole at about 440 yards will test you all the way up to that green, won't it?
Yeah, it certainly will. It just looks like you should bash it over those bunkers down the left side, but the green pitches from left to right. So the best access is actually down the right side, coming in from that sort of right line. So don't be fooled here.
Good tee shot, good lie, and now a good chance to take advantage here on this hole. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
This is a good-looking shot.
Repetitive is often sounds boring. This is just shot after shot, and it's anything other than that. Spectacular.
This is an 11-foot putt. Haven't seen that a whole lot today, but they'll take it, and they're at 8 over. Frank, looking out here on the 15th hole, this looks like a spot where you could really crank one that you could tell your buddies about.
It's another hole that suits a player that hits the ball right to left. It's no surprise to see why Rory McILroy plays well around here. Nice, big, high-towering draw. It's going to go that extra yardage because of the elevation.
Frank, not overly long, but still a pretty good spot and in the fairway.
Yeah, that's in that 280 mark.
A good 200 yards away from a good lie in the fairway. That's a nice approach shot. It's about 15 feet away. A good chance for a birdie. Frank, I don't recognize this guy right now.
Yeah, that ship was sinking, but it looks like he's an excellent chance right now to right the ship.
A little bit of a misread there.
Yeah, it was makeable, that's for sure.
Getting set now over the putt. Frank, that's a par, and onward we go. Frank, the 16th hole, 414 yards, par 4, is nicknamed GOAT. Would that be greatest of all time, or is it just because the possibility you could see old Billy out there here in the Canadian Rockies?
I'd like to think it's the greatest of all time. I've never seen a GOAT hit a draw, that's why, and that's what's needed off this tee once again. The first bunkie should easily be able to carry that, and, well, if you're the greatest of all time, this is a fairway, you'll certainly hit.
He's making the game look very simple right now. See it, hit it, and he's got it right on track. Not a gimme, but well within his range. Just slides by.
Yeah, can't afford to miss too many of those out here today.
Has this one for par. Everything has gone wrong today. Just continues to be ugly. Now to the 17th, 374 yards, and Frank, players might be licking their chops here.
They certainly would, Rich. Bunkers left and right, but they can be carried with an aggressive tee shot. It'll set up just a short iron into a green that pitches towards you. So maybe just a little bit underneath the flag with a second shot. Really a chance to have a fast finish.
Frank, how about the second shot now to the 17th?
Well, the nice layback off the tee means you have a full shot in. You can go at virtually any flag now.
This one looks like it's headed right for the middle of the dance floor, Frank.
Rather nice shot, I would say.
Just a pure strike and a perfect result. He'll have a good look at birdie now. Well, that would have been a bonus had it gone in, but still, reasonable chance for par here.
Yeah, there's no damage. You're not going to birdie every hole.
Man.
Just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts. Just trying to hang in there at 9 over for the round. Well, Frank, this sets up for an exciting finish here at Banff Springs, a 578-yard par 5.
There's just about a bunker in play for every length of tee shot here, so know exactly which one you can carry and exactly which one you can't reach.
You can see a little bit off balance on the tee, and that one is going to be in the rough. Frank made this hole just a little bit harder hitting it into the rough.
I would say a lot harder. You know, this is not heading in the right direction.
No, it looks like it's going to be in the rough and into the thicker stuff.
Let's see if he can bludgeon this one out.
Wow, way to the right here.
And there's rough over there.
Frank not where he wants to be, but not out of the hole here at the par 5.
No, but Rich, to drop a shot here would really set him backwards.
Coming out of the rough and right up next to the hole. Locked in on the read and the speed. Has his par. Well, that'll do it for today. Not a great performance, not on the first page of that leaderboard.
Yeah, the people on the top of this leaderboard are there for a reason. They hit more fairways, more greens. It sounds easy, and I know this is a difficult course, but that's the way it's going to have to be played.